It is lower bracket semifinal time. I am joined here with our wonderful mod Astrid. Astrid, how are you doing?
A little chilly in here. The heat is out right now.
We are getting ready for another. We get to see. We've basically been following Frosty all day today. She has been killing it. But we get to basically see our mod. We've got either got to root for one of our favorite people in Discord or root for one of our own mods. How are you feeling?
I don't know. I don't really think I can, in good faith, take sides.
So we've got Infect. We've got Oliver's face. we've got Infect with Oliver. We've got this Rainbow Depths deck with Frosty. Basically a drag race here.
I appreciate the love, Corey.
Basically a drag race here. Who do you before even like getting into their playstyle and all this stuff? If it's Infect versus a Depths deck, what do you take in the first game?
Does Oliver's deck list have Swords to Plowshares?
It does in the side.
In the side, okay. I don't know. That's a little rough.
It is a little rough.
Depths is a little faster, and
yeah. I'm excited to see Oliver. We did just see both.
It's going to be a wild game no matter what.
Yeah, we did see our rematches both go the other way this time from the first round, where Oliver ended up beating Charbel and Frosty ended up beating Evil there. So this is going to be a winner kind of take all thing. So I hope everyone at home has been enjoying the stream so far. I know we're all having fun over here. I'm just excited to keep going.
That one Evoco, as much as I hate to say it, could end up taking the game.
And the funny thing is, he's been in chat. Oliver's been in chat saying he hates it. He's been hating it. So this has been really funny to see how our players with these open deck lists, and these two players themselves have been talking all week about the cards they wanted to bring in for these matchups to play. Back-to-back like we can see it. Frosty and Oliver both having those two copies of Torpor Orb there, both being just ready to go.
Yeah, that whoever's on Esper Vial must be a little disappointed.
Champagne is going to have a rough time in the next matchup with those Torpor Orbs in the sideboard. So we're just giving Frosty some time here as these players have been playing back-to-back matchups. We realized after the last Invitational, giving these players a break as they are grinding. Gork, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And we're going to go ahead. Players are shuffling up, and I think we're going to get ready to hop in.
If you'd kindly lower the deck, there we go.
Thanks, Jordan. You're the best. Get a huge shout out to Mr. Jack Dax, who has been our streamer all day, running all the visuals on stream for us, put together all of the MTG Goldfish lists, all of the infect counters you see on stream, also being our wonderful Nightbot Associado. And I believe we have Prez up in the top right now, being our table spotter for this match. Thank you guys so much for what you guys have been doing behind the scenes.
Looks like my dog was giving me a brief visit. That was my door there. Although, maybe I should just quick shut it again.
I'm so excited for the rest of this day. It's just been a good Saturday. I know we've all been talking about that sneak and show matchup in the first round. Have you caught any games today so far?
I saw most of the sneak and show mirror and most of the Depths v Shadow, I want to say, yeah. Been sort of in and out.
I'm just so excited because we have over 100 people watching. We have all these wonderful new friends joining our Discord. We've got, let's see, how many are we at now? I think we're almost to we're so close to 2,000. If everyone who's not in who's in the stream, who isn't in the Discord, could join the Discord, you would make my absolute day if you could make me get to 2,000 before the end of the day. I would lose it. Tenebre 1972, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
$90 viewers. Yeah, this stream has absolutely been hype.
Yeah, we are trending on the Magic the Gathering Twitch page. We could not do this without you guys, and we love you guys so much for it. Mefio, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow.
Thank you, Chaotic Bear.
It would be an absolute joke. That'd be crazy. Yeah, you'd really get us. Really, really get us. So, players here resolving mulligans. Frosty C7. Frosty's going to be on the play for the first game.
And Oliver has pitched his opener.
That's fair.
I mean, you kind of have to. There aren't a lot of outs in your main deck.
I mean, this is going to be either a drag race of these two, either turn one, turn twoing, or we're going to get into full-blown grind fest of just removal and all these other tools that they have to their disposal. But yeah, so go ahead, Asher.
Well, Oliver's outs are what? 4 flying blockers and 1 Oko.
For game one, it's 4 flying block. Doesn't even have any flying blockers. None of his creatures fly.
Well, no, Inkmoth.
Oh, he's got Inkmoth. That's right. Inkmoth does have flying. I always forget that card is in this list. So yeah, they've got 4 copies of Swords to Plowshare in the side. That's going to be a good card. We know those are just going to come in later. And then pretty much that's it for until my favorite thing is I know there's a bingo spell for it. A bingo spot for it is we use Berserk for as a removal.
Yeah.
So quick, very, very, very fast start here for Oliver.
I mean, if you want to take 40,
yeah,
it would get Merit Lodge off the table.
Pendlehaven into a Glistener Elf there. Very good start with Frosty playing a Gemstone Mines.
It doesn't even get rid of Merit Lodge.
Does it not? Oh,
no, it says destroy. It says
right,
destroy.
Yeah, never mind. Nope. Doesn't even matter. 39 if you have Inkmoth. What if you just keep blocking with Infect creatures on a Merit Lodge, so you just keep putting -1 counters on it until it can't do anything anymore? That's one way to do it.
I guess you can buy yourself a turn by making it a 1919.
Continuously blocking it over and over again with an Infect creature. You could block it with a beefy Infect. You're absolutely right.
I mean, you could jump with an Inkmoth, and then you give yourself another turn by only taking 19 on the next hit. I just win the depths matchups by blocking with random creatures. That's all that's in your deck, you know.
Sometimes 2/2 flyers get there. You're absolutely right. Sometimes they do get there. Got the big brain on, Mike. Got the big brain on today. It's the invitational time. So a stage from Frosty, and then a Windswept Heath from Oliver here going to fetch here. Frosty was deep in the tank there for their opener after their Gemstone Mine, not exactly knowing what to do. Big brain, Mike. Big brain, always.
Nothing but 5 heads here.
Nothing but 5 heads.
combo versus combo is truly as we saw in the Sneak and Show mirror,
Yeah, and I know
truly a battle of wits.
and I know Oliver and some other the mods wanted to give a shout out to Oliver for his signed. I think almost his entire deck is signed at this point.
Yep,
That's just
always
super
making me
spicy.
envious.
Super spicy. I mean, you're almost done with Burned almost being completely signed, right?
I'm not. I'm. I don't know, halfway or so, but getting the signed fetches and I don't know, everything there is some cards. Yeah, it's sort of a lost cause. Oh damn! Wait,
So swing, elf, no blocks, just gonna hit you for 10.
that does the trick.
Cool. I think we're gonna go to game 2. So one of the fastest starts that Oliver could have asked for. That was absolutely insane. I guess we're gonna go to sideboards now. Yeah, that I wasn't even realizing we had he won. Great job, Oliver. That's a game win for Oliver. Yeah, Infect go Burr, I guess. So if we can get the sideboards up here. So let's look at Oliver's.
Sometimes the combo goes 5 heads, and sometimes you just kind of
just
bash.
just slam through it. So we've got a Savannah, a Flusterstorm, a Grafdigger's Cage, a Surgical Extraction. We already know the Swords to Plowshares are coming in. We already know that's the best way to get rid of a Merit Liege. Veil of Summer, Absolute Law, Rest in Peace, 2 copies of Torpor Orb, and 2 copies of Force of Vigor. Outside of the Swords to Plowshares, is there anything that you're liking that?
You've got 1 crop rotation and 1 wasteland. So if you want to get really cheeky, you could bring in surgical, but let's see. The surgical seems good. Veil's probably good, but I
Yeah, I
don't
think
even know if they're good enough to take something else out for it.
yeah, I the only other card I can really even think about is maybe bringing in Surgical to hit the depths if it ever hits
Because you
the
don't ever want to bring in anything that makes your deck slower. So there's a bit of a cap.
yeah.
But yeah, swords is a shoe in.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead, and we've seen it enough times already today because Frosty's been absolutely working it today. She's been on a tear. So 3 Flusterstorms, 2 copies of Surgical Extraction, 3 copies of Sylvan Safekeeper, 2 copies of Abrupt Decay, 2 Torpor Orb, 1 Force of Vigor, and 2 Leyline of the Void. What do you like in this matchup with this one?
I'm not sure. Flusterstorm?
Flusterstorm could be really good.
I
Just
mean,
copy all the stuff.
considering Oliver's outs are mostly swords to plowshares, Flusterstorm could be very good.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can really count on decay here.
I don't think so either. I think
So
Sylvan
that
Safekeeper is okay.
Safekeeper is okay, but you already have plenty of answers to spot removal, right? Safekeeper is for stuff like Caracas, not the one-off swords.
Yeah. This is a weird one. It's definitely a weird a sideboard matchup for these two players because we know exactly what Oliver wants to bring in those 4 or 5 cards. But it really depends on how Frosty's feeling after that first matchup that went so fast. And so it really is all depending on what she wants to do. Does she feel like she can drag the game out with a Sylvan Safekeeper and some Flusterstorms, or does she feel she needs to go faster and bring out Abrupt Decay to get rid of the Infect so she can go the next turn? I'm excited to see what they do.
We'll have to see.
But yeah, I just want to give another shout out to all of you guys for being in the stream today. We wouldn't be here without you guys. You guys have been awesome.
What's our viewer count at?
I do not have it up currently. If someone wants to let me know in the chat, we are at 84 members. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Then
Yo,
it's been a
yo,
pleasure having everyone here.
Yoram the Treborus, thank you so much for the sub. Yeah, I really do agree with you with Tony Spurs. I think that the decay can buy Frosty some time. That's the best we can hope for right now. That was just an insane game one of I have it and you don't.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, have to answer this text message.
Go right ahead.
When you have the house to yourself for the day for the invitational, you kind of have to make sure everything's outside of it's going on to the best that it can be. Thank you to my wonderful girlfriend for letting me stay in my office all day. Who was favorite? I don't actually know who's third on the play here because Frosty was on the play game one, and we saw what happened. And now she's on the game. She's on the play game two, and we have not seen Oliver on the play very much today. So
We will have to see. Being on the play obviously helps no matter what.
yeah, especially when you're running either Infect combo or Rainbow combo with Dark Depths. I mean, like you always want to be on the play, in my opinion.
This is best of 3.
These are all best of 3. And when we get to our finals, we have the ability of if the lower bracket wins their best of 3, they will be resetting the bracket and they will play another best of 3. Think of it almost like a fighting style kind of a fighting style sort of bracket with like Evo or any of the Mortal Kombat sort of brackets. Yeah, definitely Evo style.
Not going to pretend to know what that is.
Evil is basically the fighting game hub tournament. So it's every game that has a fighting tournament, all meet in Las Vegas for Evo every year. So MTG, not MTG, Super Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, they all meet. All those games meet in Las Vegas for this gigantic tournament, and it's called Evo. I think it's like Evolution Fighting Tournaments or something like that. And it is there. It's basically the biggest tournament of the year for fighting games. And we do the same kind of brackets as they do with
Sounds hype. Almost as hype as our invitational.
Tostradamus with the amazing name. Thank you so much for the follow. That was a fantastic segue. Yeah, Smash, we're not going to bring that into this chat, but free Melee, but don't free any of the people who were awful to underage people.
Oh, okay. Well,
long story. We'll talk about it in the mod meeting tomorrow.
Anyway, we are currently seeing opening hands from our competitors again.
Let's bring it back to Magic and talk about these opening hands. So Frosty on the play here.
Even these card sleeves are in all black, observing the fancy invitational.
I mean, we dressed nicely for the invitational. I wouldn't expect anything. I really liked. I couldn't tell exactly what they were, but I really liked Rax's sleeves. They looked really
Agreed.
pretty.
Yep, these playmats are also very classy.
Oh, gorgeous playmats.
Oliver has kept 7 again.
Mm-hmm.
Or not again, I shouldn't say. Keeping 7 against depths is always...
Yeah, it's gotta feel good.
It is so much better. It makes their discard so much worse, and their...
Oh, they were Vulpix sleeves. That's so cool. Yeah, they were really pretty. They looked really good on stream, Rax, for you. Really like them. I really like the fact that Seb McKinnon was like the art director for Eldraine. but he only had like one card in the set. But he had like six in War of the Spark, I'm pretty sure, especially that one, which is Oliver's playmat, which is just such a cool card. But it
Interestingly enough, Frosty apparently has herself been saying she was scared of this matchup.
oh,
That is
I
curious.
well, they talked like
I guess we'll see why.
I know that they were the two players who talked the most about their deck lists and their sideboards together. So these two know each other's deck lists probably. I mean, other than having an open deck list in themselves, but they knew pretty much exactly what they were bringing to the table for the whole time. Um, and I just think Infect can just get there a little bit faster than Frosty can. Not to say that Rainbow Depths can't get there. It's just really hard against a deck that just has the ability to just be so paceful with Infect.
Yep. Still waiting on Frosty's second mulligan.
Mm-hmm. Oliver saying he needed her to beat evil. Thank you to our wonderful table spotter, Adam, for letting us know what the two players at the table are talking about. We really, really enjoy it.
It's always a treat to get inside their minds sometimes.
Especially I love it when we hear like the
Okay.
deep sighs or the all that kind of thing.
Frosty has kept 6 and led off with Urborg, Lotus Petal, and Vampire Hexmage.
That's a really, really good start for Frosty.
Indeed.
Force the
Oh,
Hexmage.
all right. That Hexmage is gone.
Hexmage is gone. Drop into an elf. That's got to be good for. I'm sure he's happy. I'm sure Oliver's real happy about that.
Yep. See if Oliver can replicate his one-turn kill from last
Yeah.
game.
10 infect on one swing. Funny enough, Oliver may not remember this, but I think I played Oliver in like my second ever match here on the MTG Paper Legacy
Okay.
Discord, and he destroyed me.
All right. That elf has eaten a decay, so we won't get to see.
But we did get to see the decays come in and kind of slow down the matchup.
Yep. Oliver draws and passes before even seeing whether he drew a land. And now his trop has been wastelanded.
Oh no, he kept a one lander. Oh, this is awful.
What's he?
There we go. There's a land.
There's a land.
So both players go draw, pass, draw, pass.
Exciting magic, just as Richard Garfield intended.
Good old Richard Garfield. Nothing's. We're gonna get another creature here. A brainstorm. Okay, so he can do
Brainstorm.
something. Do something here.
The action is breathtakingly fast.
They're moving so fast. We haven't seen anything
Players
happen.
are neck and neck. Their life totals practically tied.
Lands are a resource. This isn't Hearthstone. You're absolutely right, Charvel. I believe they're at 20 and 19 for life so far. Yeah.
Meth Captain is not taking this slander against the good name of Richard Garfield.
Yeah, life totals really don't matter here at all in this matchup, but they're still relevant. They need to make sure we're accurate on stream so that way nothing gets out of hand.
But yeah, this truly isn't Hearthstone.
Garfield's MTG was using Lotuses to loop Shahrazad to play forever. I mean, if you never stop playing, do you ever sell your cards? I mean, You just continuously play. How does your game never die if it never stops being played? Finds the fetch land finally. Finds another land. Unbanned Charizard. Thank you guys so much for this. If you want to see any card unbanned in Legacy, please let us know in the chat.
Jack Dax in the mod chat has submitted a that is a grayscale frog sitting on a bench singing "Hello, darkness, my old friend." For those wondering about what goes on in the secret life of the Discord moderators,
we post memes and laugh at how bad when no players can draw lanes. We're losing our mind. We want to see someone just go off here. You're absolutely correct. The best way to play against Charizard is absolutely just concede the sub game and move on. Not fork.
no.
Seeing the Blight Agent here from Oliver, crop rotation here from Frosty.
Looks like they are now popping off.
Finally, with when they pass go,
more or less the same time, nonetheless.
Basically, when they got to pass go 4 times in a row each, they basically just got new hands. So here we go.
Here we go. 2020 is about to get made.
We are not unbanning Charizard. I'm not dealing with it on the MTGPL.
Yeah, as our resident judge,
Card
I think
is awful. Card is absolutely awful. I hate reading it. I hate talking about it. It's almost like Word of Command where it's just so much. And there's a Swords to Plowshares that we knew that had to be there.
Yep.
I remember, I'm thinking we're still answering his questions, but Rad sent a couple of us Word of Command questions.
All right.
And I still haven't finished answering them.
Then do some forking and snapcastering. Totally.
Frosty up to 39 life here.
Looks like that swords went through successfully.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a Pithing Needle.
Was that from the main deck or the sideboard?
Can we do a Word of Command fight night? Absolutely not.
Oh, damn. That is... Yep. Gonna be game.
That's it.
OTK'd once
Frosty,
again.
Frosty asked if she died, and Oliver responded with a quick, yeah.
Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, so we're
Oliver
gonna
pulling all of those beautiful signed swords out of his deck.
Those are absolutely gorgeous. So Asher, thank you so much for hanging out with me for that quick game. It was an honor having you here. We're gonna take probably a 5 to 10 minute break here. Let Oliver get a breather before we move into the lower bracket final and then into the official final. Asher, thank you so much for joining me. We will see you guys in a few minutes. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, y'all.